Thanksgiving at Willow Hollow is more than a holiday. It's a feeling. A warm kitchen, the glow of candles, the sound of Momma humming while she cooks, and 3 retrievers, Indy, Hunter, and Emmi, who believe that every good memory starts with a wagging tail and a whole lot of love. But this year, something unexpected is about to happen. A quiet rustle in the bushes, a shadow in the night, and a turkey so delicious it might just spark the greatest canine adventure of the season. So settle in, wrap up in a blanket, and join us as we dive into a cozy autumn tale, a story of bravery, teamwork, and the dogs who saved Thanksgiving.
If you've never woken up to the smell of roasted turkey drifting through your dreams, well, you're missing out on one of life's greatest blessings. I was snuggled deep into my blanket on the couch, my favorite spot because it's closest to the heater vent, when something warm, savory, and magical wriggled its way into my nostrils. My eyes shot open. Turkey! Real turkey! Not chicken, not kibble, not turkey-flavored treats. Actual Thanksgiving turkey. I stretched, sniffed again, long and slow, and yes, it was unmistakable. Momma was already cooking, even though the sun outside hadn't even begun thinking about its job yet. I hopped off the couch and trotted to the kitchen with the confidence of a dog who knows he has discovered something important. Sure enough, there she was. Momma, in her cozy robe, humming softly to herself, a big pot simmering on the stove, and a foil-covered baking pan sitting on the counter. I froze. It was massive! A mountain! A Thanksgiving miracle! Good morning, Indy. Couldn't sleep with all those smells, huh? I wagged so hard my tail smacked the cabinets. Behind me, I heard the slow, heavy footsteps of Hunter. He wandered in, amber eyes half open, looking like he had been pulled from a dream he didn't want to leave. Then Emmi came skittering in on 2 long legs she still didn't quite know how to control, nearly slipping on the rug. The whole family was awake, and it wasn't even dawn yet. Momma laughed softly. Well, since we're all up, who wants breakfast? We did. Oh, we did. Momma made us a special early morning raw meal, fresh turkey meat mixed with a spoonful of pumpkin puree and warm turkey broth. Hunter waited patiently, eyes glowing. Emmi danced in circles until the bowl touched the floor. And me, I took the first sniff proudly. This was a Thanksgiving breakfast worthy of heroes. But I kept one eye on that turkey. A good guard dog never rests on Thanksgiving Eve. Not with that smell, not with that opportunity for chaos. And I had no idea. Chaos was coming. By late morning, the turkey had been moved outside to cool in the outdoor fridge, the big one Momma kept on the back porch. Now stay out of that, she warned us, pointing a finger at the 3 of us like we were criminals, which, to be fair, wasn't entirely inaccurate. After breakfast, the day passed peacefully enough. Momma cleaned, baked pies, chopped vegetables, and lit fall-scented candles that made the house smell like cinnamon happiness. We played outside while golden leaves blew around the yard. Hunter sniffed every tree like he was checking holiday security protocols. Emmi chased leaves like a puppy in a windstorm. And me? I stayed on patrol. Something about that turkey felt vulnerable. I went over to sniff the outdoor fridge. Nothing unusual. I circled the porch. Still normal. I checked the woods. Quiet. But as the sun began to set, a warm golden glow touching the tops of the now bare trees, I saw movement near the bushes. Small, gray, sneaky. A possum. Eyes reflecting orange, tail dragging in the leaves, and it was heading directly toward the porch. I stiffened, my hackles raised. I curled my lip in the most heroic way possible. "Hunter," I whispered. Hunter lumbered over. "What? Why are you whispering?" "A possum," I growled quietly, heading for the turkey. That woke him up. He straightened, scanning the bushes with the seriousness of a dog who takes his responsibilities personally. Emmi joined us, eyes huge. "Are we under attack?" "Maybe," I said, puffing my chest. "We must protect the turkey at all costs." Together, we marched, or tiptoed, toward the edge of the yard, but the possum hissed, then turned and vanished into the darkness. Hunter snorted. "He'll be back." I nodded, "And when he returns, we'll be ready." We had no idea how right we were. Night fell early, deep, chilly, starless. Momma closed the curtains, made herself tea, and curled up on the couch to watch holiday movies. The glow of the TV flickered across the room as we gathered around her. But I couldn't relax. That possum had plans, bad plans, turkey plans. So I stationed myself by the sliding door, nose pressed against the glass. Hunter lay near me, pretending he wasn't on patrol too. Emmi stretched across the rug, ears perked. At around 10 p.m., long after Momma had gone upstairs to bed, I heard it. A faint clink. The outdoor fridge door. I stood instantly. Hunter looked at me. "You heard it too?" I nodded sharply. The three of us slipped outside through the dog door, silent like a well-trained special ops unit. Except Emmi bumped the flap on the way out. Cold air bit at our noses. The moon was hidden behind clouds, but the porch light cast enough glow for us to see our breath. We crept toward the fridge. Something moved behind it. Slowly, carefully, I padded around the corner and... a raccoon! And not just any raccoon. A big, round one with a scar across one ear and paws that looked suspiciously grabby. He froze. I froze. Hunter froze. Emmi yipped. The raccoon made a sound like a villain in a movie, half hiss, half growl, and lunged for the fridge handle. "Go! Go!" I barked. All three of us charged. The raccoon screeched, jumped backwards, and fell off the side of the porch into the leaves before scampering away into the woods. Hunter stood guard at the top of the steps, tail high. Emmi panted dramatically. "I almost died." "You didn't." "But I could have." "Still, no." "This is serious. We need shifts." And so, right there on the cold porch under the glow of the old yellow light, we formed the Turkey Protection Team. We made assignments. Emmi, early patrol, until midnight, because she had the most energy. Me, midnight to 3 a.m., because I take my job seriously. Hunter, late shift, 3 a.m. to sunrise, because he could sleep through anything. We head-butted paws in agreement. This turkey was safe. We thought. Around midnight, Emmi returned inside, proudly announcing, "I only barked at 3 imaginary things." Ah, good. Now it was my turn. I pushed through the dog door, shook the cold from my fur, and sat tall on the porch. The night was still, too still. Leaves rustled, branches cracked. Something in the woods let out a long, low cry. I swallowed. "Just part of being the night watchman," I said aloud to myself, because it sounded cool. Then I sniffed. Something familiar. Something wrong. Possum. He was back. I stepped quietly down the porch steps, following the scent trail toward the side yard where the garden used to be. There, under the old tomato cages, 2 glowing eyes. The possum froze as I locked onto him like the world's most determined security alarm. He hissed. I barked loudly. The possum darted to the left. I chased. He ran under the wooden bench. I lunged. He scrambled over a fallen log. I outmaneuvered him with impressive agility, if I do say so myself. Finally, he scuttled up a tree and glared down at me. That's when I noticed movement behind me. Emmi had come back outside. "Is the turkey okay?" she squeaked. "Yes," I said proudly, chest puffed. "I have secured the perimeter." She gasped. "Indy, you're a hero." I rotated slightly so she could see my good side. At 3 a.m., my shift ended. Hunter lumbered out, blinking sleep out of his eyes. "You look tired," he said. "I've been chasing possums," I replied. "Ah." He sat on the top step with a yawn so big it could have swallowed a snowflake. I went inside to sleep. I'd earned it, curling into my blanket on the couch. But not even an hour later. Crash! Hunter's bark split the night. I leaped off the couch and ran outside so fast I slid across the porch. "What happened?" I shouted. Hunter pointed with his nose, something he only did when things were serious. The outdoor fridge door was open. The turkey was gone. For a moment, the 3 of us stood in stunned silence. Emmi whimpered, "Did someone steal Thanksgiving?" "No," I whispered, "but something or someone dragged it into the woods." And then we saw the trail. Foil, turkey juice, a line of herbs and seasoning, paw prints, small ones, raccoon prints. Not just one raccoon, several, a whole gang. Hunter growled. They underestimated us. Emmi gasped. "Are we going to die?" "No," I said, standing tall, "but we are going to get that turkey back." And so, just before sunrise on Thanksgiving morning, we sprinted into the woods following the trail. The turkey protection team was now the turkey retrieval squad. The forest was cold and shadowed, our breath puffing into little clouds as we ran. The trail was easy to follow. Raccoons are messy criminals. We pushed through fallen branches, stepped over frozen puddles, and dodged prickly weeds that tried to grab Emmi's ears. After a few minutes, we reached a clearing. There, in the middle of the leaves, illuminated by a sliver of moonlight, the turkey. Well, part of the turkey. A raccoon tugged at a drumstick, grunting with effort. Another raccoon battled for the wings. A third one, the huge, scarred one, guarded the biggest piece like a dinosaur hoarding treasure. "This is it," I whispered. "Our moment." Hunter cracked his neck. "I'll take the big one." Emmi trembled. "I'll take moral support." I barked loudly, charging forward. Chaos erupted. Raccoons scattered, leaves exploded into the air. Emmi screamed even though nothing touched her. Hunter wrestled the big raccoon, both rolling through the leaves like a furry tumbleweed. I grabbed what was left of the turkey, the main roasted body, clamping my jaws around the pan. "Run!" I barked through a mouthful of turkey. And believe me, we ran. The raccoons chased us halfway to the yard but gave up once we crossed back onto home territory. Hunter returned last victorious, a single dramatic scratch across his nose. "Worth it," he panted. We placed the turkey back onto the porch, bent pan, missing drumstick, a little damp with raccoon spit, but still salvageable. Momma came out moments later, startled by the noise. What on earth? She saw the turkey. She saw the pan. She saw us. Did you three save Thanksgiving? Yes, we did. We wagged so hard I thought my tail might break. Momma laughed, scooped all three of us into a hug, and said, "You're the best turkey protection team I could ever ask for." Momma spent the morning salvaging the turkey, cutting off the raccoon mouth parts, thankfully minimal, fixing it with broth, and whispering, "Good enough for family." She gave us each a big scoop of warm turkey pieces as thanks. Hunter ate his carefully. Emmi inhaled hers like a tiny vacuum. And me? I savored every bite. I earned this. The house filled with family later that afternoon. Kids played in the yard. Laughter drifted through the windows. The smell of turkey, stuffing, and pies filled every corner. Momma told them, "You should have seen what the dogs did last night." Everyone applauded us. Emmi beamed with pride. Hunter puffed his chest. And me, I sat tall and majestic. That night, when everyone had gone and the house fell quiet, Momma sat with us on the couch. "You three make every holiday better," she whispered, kissing our foreheads. Hunter rested his head on her knee. Emmi curled onto her lap. I lay beside her, warm, full, and proud. Outside, the moon shone over the woods. Raccoons chattered somewhere in the distance, plotting their next crime. But they'd never get past us again. Not on Thanksgiving, not ever. Because we were more than dogs. We were heroes. We were family. We were the Turkey Protection Team.
And so, Thanksgiving morning arrived with full hearts, full bowls, and a turkey that survived the wildest night Willow Hollow had ever seen. Indy the watchman, Hunter the protector, and little Emmi with her fearless bark. Together, they proved that family isn't just who you live with. It's who you stand by, who you fight for, who you love. Momma always says holidays are made of moments. Tiny pieces of joy stitched together into memories that last forever. And this year? Well, this one belonged to the dogs. From our family to yours, thank you for joining us on another adventure. May your holidays be warm, your plates be full, and your home be filled with the love of a dog who thinks you hung the moon. Chessiesadventures, where every tale tells a story.